What's up guys, I'm Braethorn. Welcome to the channel. One of the major components of your environment, if you're on a PC anyway, is your desk space. On that note, I hate my desk. This desk I got for like 40 bucks and it was someone just selling it out of their garage. It's wood, which is, well, it's particle board that looks like wood. It has the drawer down here, which is where my keyboard and mouse go, and there's space up here for my keyboard, my music keyboard. And to be perfectly honest, it was fine when I was just gaming and doing computer things. But once I started streaming, it wasn't enough anymore. Once you start putting more things there, once you start streaming, like your microphone, your lights, your monitors, your peripherals, if you have a stream deck, you put your stream deck there. It gets very cluttered very quickly if you don't have a large desk space, which that is gonna change here pretty soon. You might wanna subscribe so that you don't miss that, because I got a whole thing coming up soon. That's gonna be a pretty fun project in the next few weeks. Aside from that though, we're focusing right now on maximizing a small desk space, because not everybody can just renovate their entire area here like I'm about to. I'm doing it for a reason. I mean, I'm doing, YouTube, Twitch streaming, and then it turns out if you want to do social media, that's a whole other kind of content creation, which I'm just now starting to realize, and it's a lot of work, but I'm enjoying it. Follow my Instagram. That's actually been a lot of fun for me. I never really liked Instagram before, but it's been pretty great for this stuff that I'm doing here, actually. It's a lot of fun. So do that if you want. I mean, it'd be cool. Follow me. Yeah, I'm gonna be changing this out, getting rid of this desk, putting in other stuff and making it cheap, doing some DIY stuff. So that's why that's kind of my thing. So I hate my desk, but it's the desk I have for now. Subscribe. You don't want to miss what's coming up. It's gonna be pretty cool. One of the biggest culprits for me has been tripods. A tripod, namely this one. This tripod has been the bane of my existence. I hate it. I really hate it. When you put anything of any substantial weight on it, it doesn't stay level. It tilts off to the side there, so you're not level anymore. So you have to like raise one of the legs just a little bit, but it's super flimsy. I mean, it still has its use. You could probably put a webcam on this and it wouldn't have any problems whatsoever. But if you're talking about something like an actual mirrorless camera with a good lens, like what I'm using right now, it can't handle it. Now there are other options for this. You could get a larger, more substantial tripod like the one I've got my camera on right now. It breaks down to about that tall, but that's too tall for me, because I have this 45-degree angled ceiling here, and also it takes up even more of my desk space, and I have to move my monitors around and just cater to this one tripod. Now, I know that there are other options out there. One option that caught my eye is the Elgato multi-mount, because as you see back there, I've got a key light air, and I looked into it, and it's expensive. No joke. Just the basic stick, it's a metal stick with a clamp on for your desk, is like 50 bucks for a metal stick. You can't change just height, that's it. If you want the flex arms, like you want to put one light here and maybe another light there, each one is 40 bucks. So for 2 light setup, which is very popular with streamers and content creators, a 2 light setup plus your camera in the middle, that's already $130. I wanted a more flexible system, a more flexible way to mount my camera, to mount my key light, which is, I love the key light air. It has been fantastic. Don't let my previous comments about the Elgato multi-mount color your view of how I view Elgato. Elgato makes very, very good products, but it's a bit excessive for just a mount. If you've got the money and you have a desk that it's compatible with, go for it. But every little add-on and accessory is going to cost you more money. So I started thinking, you know what? I use this boom arm for my microphone. You can't see it. It's right up there. Hope that sounds okay, by the way. And that's got a 5/8 threading on it. I wonder if there's any kind of way to adapt to that. The funny thing is, the idea for this actually came from the Elgato themselves, because when I bought the Wave 3 microphone, it came with this little 5/8 inch or 3/4 inch if you look on the inside to 1/4 inch adapter. Just came with it, free, so that you could mount your Wave 3 microphone to a full-on boom arm or microphone stand without having the shock mount. That's the word. That's what it's called. It's called shock mount. So I was like, I wonder if I can buy more of these. And yes, I found more of these, just in like simple metal, steel. And they're like, I don't know, $2, $3 a piece. And you can take any microphone stand, and then you can put things like monitors, video monitors for photography. You can put cameras, you can put lights, because guess what? Behind that key light air, the ball mount that it uses screws on with a 1/4 inch connection. I was like, let's find some cheap boom arms. Let's see what we got. Amazon, what you got? Show me. Amazon had them starting at like $10. I went with a couple of them that are around $13. Now, it was a package deal. It was 2 of them, and one of them came with a whole slew of accessories. I figured, why not? Let's check this out. Let's see the quality of these accessories. And there's one honorable mention I'd like to make. I want to talk about the shock mount really quick that came with that boom arm, because I thought this was for a dynamic microphone, right? Like my Shure SM58, which, by the way, if you don't want to shell out the big bucks for an SM7B, this is a great stand-in for the SM7B, and it's a lot cheaper if you're starting to get into XLR microphones. But look, it looks like it would fit, right? Nope. No, what is this for? Forget crappy microphone stands sitting off to the side and sagging down. Forget your top, monitor mount for your camera that you can't move up or down. It's just right there. And forget the multi-mount system. I'm sorry, Elgato. I love you guys and you make awesome products, but the multi-mount is expensive and there are way better options out there. So let's see those options right now. Check it out. Okay, pretty simple packaging, normal at this price point. You have a pretty cheap pop filter and some Velcro straps and a few more things in here. So you have the desk clamp and some generic thread seal. And here we have a kind of useless shock mount and a more useful dynamic mic mount right there with an adapter on the inside. So in this packaging right here is the actual scissor arm, boom arm right here. And it's not the largest that you can get, of course. This is a budget one. But the range that you'll need for a camera or a light, the height and the side to side range, this should reach all of that. And of course, if you want a larger one with more load capacity on it so it can hold heavier things, those just cost a little more. That's the part that goes into the clamp right there, right into the top there. And you can leave it loose on the this right here. You can leave that loose so you can pivot it, or you can lock it in by screwing that in so it cannot pivot. Totally up to you. And using a little bit of grease inside, some lubricant on the inside, not a bad idea, so it's easier to move around. Same thing on the other parts. Now, what's in here? Let's get a little knife out. This one should do, and just cut that right open. Now in here we have a critical component. This is the actual adapter. Now I'm not using just a 5/8 to 1/4 inch adapter. This actually will pivot and tilt. Now here, this is 3/8 inch right there, the EU standard, and we just go ahead and thread on a piece that makes it 5/8 inch. Now this is where you screw onto the 5/8 inch the base of the adapter right there. Get that nice and tight, and then you can use your thread lock on there if you want your thread seal. And this right here is where you can use this ball mount right here to sort of pivot that around. Once you tighten that, it is pretty solid, not gonna lie. Now right here, I'll explain this later, but this kit didn't come with this. This is a plate that I had. This is a desk mount that I had. Yeah, but this just goes to demonstrate that you can leave it loose to pivot it around or tighten it up to lock it in place. Let's get rid of this. We hate it, we don't like it. Let's get rid of this old flimsy tripod. Bye-bye. And just get this to a point where you can access it and adjust it. And look at the bottom of your camera, find your 1/4 inch threading right there. And go ahead and set that up, screw it in, tighten it up well, And there you go. Now if it sags at all, you have a tension knob on the back. Just tighten that up. And there you go. Then you can go to your adapter and loosen that, tilt it down, or tilt it up if you have it set low. And you have pretty much infinite adjustment there with this particular mount. This adapter was about $13. Link is going to be in the description below for that piece. Now this is, there's a million of these online. This is just a smartphone tripod mount. And guess what? It works with this. So if you're going to use your smartphone as a webcam, which I'll make a video on that later, although a few already exist, more than a few, mount that up there. Now you want your lighting too. So let's go ahead and take that off of the Elgato mount. And right there, there's your 1/4 inch threading right there. You can pivot your adapter vertical right there to get your fairly standard front-facing light, and then just kind of tighten everything up, and there it is. Solid as a rock. Now, if you want a top-down light for things like unboxing or artwork or anything else like that, there you go. You can do the same thing with the camera. Get a top-down view. So one of these for the light and one of these for the camera, you have a perfect top-down view for your desktop or whatever area you're doing your drawing or crafting or whatever. Get a few tie straps, some of those that came with it, and then just run your lines along that. Now, you don't need to tighten these up too much. In fact, you want some slack so that your device that's on the end of the arm is adjustable. A few more of those going. Not enough slack for me here to do it right now, but that's pretty much where you want to run it, all the way down the back. And yeah. Now, those observant among you may notice that I am not using my Sony Alpha 6000 in this setup in the video that I'm filming here, because I was using it to film what I'm filming. So yeah, that's what you'll see in there. It's very heavy, and this boom arm handles it like a pro. It does take a little adjustment with the tension knob there, but after that, I mean, that's what that knob is for. It helps to keep it from moving around once you've got it set. I would like to note that I could not use these handy dandy desk clamps on my desk because my desk is super dumb, and it has these like they come out, it's like a molding, so it's not just a flat rectangle of wood. But you know what? That's what I'm going to be getting, is a flat rectangle of wood styled desk, and I'll be able to use these to my heart's content. I used a screwed in desk mount that came with a more expensive boom arm. I want to talk about that for a second. The cheaper you go on the boom arm, the more difficulty it'll have and the less smoothness it will have in moving around. These cheap ones are smaller, and they are also more stiff. I have to use 2 hands to adjust them. That's pretty much the one caveat. With these more expensive boom arms that I've got, like this Frameworks one that my KSM32 is on right now, I can actually use it for B-roll. I can use it to pan the camera, to raise it and lower it. It's really cool, and I'm going to be utilizing that for some sexy B-roll later on. Again, stay tuned. Things are only getting better from here. Notice maybe the picture looks a little better, like maybe it's on a better lens. Should I make a video talking about the lens? By the way, shout out to my buddy Blastin for advising me to get this Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens that you're looking through right now, because it has changed a lot for my A6000. Like, I love this lens. So shout out to Blastin. Link to his channel in the description below. Go to his channel. Go subscribe like everybody else, because that dude is blowing up, because his content is awesome and he is awesome. So go check that out. Anyway, the adapter is important here for your camera, pretty much. With the key light or any other, like ring lights, use the same, most ring lights will have the same 1/4 inch connection, so you can connect a ring light to these as well. I know, it's awesome. You don't necessarily need to get an adjustable adapter. You can get one just like this, where it just takes that 5/8 and turns it into a 1/4 inch, because you have that sort of, that one arm that pivots up and down, and you can turn the boom arm in directions. I can't really do that because of how I have my desk placed, but you might be in a different situation. So heads up on that. Also, if you also cannot use the clamps on the side or the back of your desk, well, I did not find anything like the plate, the mounting plate that I used for the one that I have on my desk right now, you'll want to look at a slightly higher priced boom arm if that's the case, because once you start going up to the, $25, $30 ones, I believe that's the price range, you start to see them with the mounting plate for the desktop. So they are very useful. I just haven't found them on sale separately. Maybe I'm not using the right search terms. Who knows? If you find it, let me know so I can link it in the description, because some people have to use that because your desk is dumb like mine. No, I'm sorry. Your desk isn't dumb. I'm sure it's very smart and handsome or whatever. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, just to make sure I don't screw this up, let me just look at my notes here. So it is telling me, hey, idiot, don't forget to tell people to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not an idiot. Oh, if you like the video, hit like, and you can also comment if you have comments. Honestly, I've really been enjoying getting comments, and I respond to pretty much every comment. So if you have a question or constructive criticism, throw it in the comments below. Love to see that. And if you want to see the projects I got coming up, and boy, oh boy, do I have some awesome stuff coming up, hit subscribe. It's the best way to see when I come out with something new, especially if you hit that notification bell. Hit the notification bell. Anyway, if you want to see some of the awesome projects I've got coming up, and let me tell you, there are some really cool ones, be sure to hit subscribe and hit the little bell thingy with like all notifications. It just lets you know when I'm posting video. I don't post videos all the time. It's once a week, so it's hopefully that's not too many notifications. I don't want to come off as needy. Am I coming off as needy? I don't think so. I can't help but like tease what's coming up. If you follow me on Instagram or you're in the Discord, you already know. But Ryzen 5000 series, they're starting to become available. Look around. And oh, is that a case? A computer case? A whole thing? And a motherboard? What? Computer build happening?